So real talk, okay? Behavior has been doing some really good changes to Dead by Daylight. So why has the player count been going down for the past since October? October lost 1,000 players average. November lost 5,000 players average. December minus 300. January minus 4,500. This month minus 1,600, right? Look, these changes are really insane. They fixed the Boon Circle of Healing change. Of course, they added the Boil Over change, but they fixed that immediately. They got rid of the RCPD Infinite. They nerfed Nurse. They fixed Nurse. They're planning on doing a Haddonfield rework. They came out with a skin that everyone likes on Huntress. What else have they done? The Ringu chapter has not come out. Of course, we're going to see a big giant bump, right? We're going to see a big giant spike. When was the last killer? The last DVD killer release? When was the artist release? A lot of people called her like lackluster. November 30th, 2021. So November 30th, 2021, the player base spiked a little bit, but it didn't pass them. It didn't like spike past the negatives. So why is Dead by Daylight losing their players? Okay, why is the player count going down a lot? You know, like Coconut, it goes up and down. It's just a seasonal thing. Okay, let's look at before. Okay, player count goes up, player count goes down, player count goes up, player count goes down. Okay, let's look for there's 3 months where the player count's going down, 5 months the player count goes up, goes back and forth, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, back, forth, goes up for 6 months. This is a really good time period, apparently. May 2017 to October 2017. This one is just starting out. 4 months of losing players. This has been the longest period of time where players have been leaving the game. 5 months. And I can almost think, I'm like, what is the thing that's causing players to leave? And I don't want to point at the elephant in the room, right? I don't like talking about this, but you just have to look at the stats sometimes and just see like what is causing people to leave. Let's look at the chart. You had like a great deal of players. This is showing all the peak player counts, by the way. But what's causing the player count to just dip? And let me look up when was skill-based matchmaking? Okay, this is not a drill. Skill-based matchmaking is now enabled indefinitely. September 8th, 2021. September, green. People we're like joining the game. But as soon as this tweet was made, this is not a drill, skill-based matchmaking is now enabled indefinitely. Here are some answers to some frequent asked questions. Ever since that change has been made, the player count has been dipping hardcore. I hate to point the elephant in the room. I know you spent a long time on skill-based matchmaking, but I genuinely think a big reason why the player base is dipping and why people are very angry is because of skill-based matchmaking or MMR. I'll be honest with you. I love the changes that BH3R has been doing, but we just need to talk, okay? This is getting to become a problem. And I don't think this is something that you can like ignore. If BH3R has any other means, you know, to try to like mitigate this problem. I know Behavior does not want to get rid of their skill-based matchmaking because they probably worked a long time on it, you know. This is kind of like a sunken cost fallacy, but if they really want to keep it, I don't think you're finding a way to make it work, okay? I want to see BHVR succeed, but you have to point at the elephant in the room. We've been like the player base has been dipping for 5 months straight, and the artist was released and it didn't push us past the negatives, even though like it mitigated it a little bit. I feel like we might see a little bit of the same thing with the Ringu chapter. Cross our fingers, things will get better. But I don't like even the red envelope thing in February, right? It was such a good event. Which explains why the dip isn't as big, right, in February. Like the red envelope event, I loved it. It was great. But dude, Something needs to be done. There's been so many good changes the past 5 months, right? But ever since September 8th, 2021, ever since September, the player base has been dipping. They've been doing so many good changes. I think this can't be something that needs to be ignored, you know? If you don't want to get rid of skill-based matchmaking, you got to kind of sort something out. This trend might just continue. The Ringu chapter might spike us, but I think it'll just keep continuing. I don't think the community likes skill-based matchmaking, and it's just the stats, dude. It's just the stats. I've been avoiding talking about this, but you know what? It's on my mind. It's something I talked about in a couple videos, like multiple videos actually. But yeah, this is scary. I hope this opens up conversation about what's happening. It probably is skill-based matchmaking. I don't know what would happen if they disabled skill-based matchmaking. Would people come back? Would that help fix the problem? Would the people just like be like, whatever, I don't care anymore? Ever since the boon totems got like nerfed a little bit, I would think this spike would spike back up, but it doesn't. I'm a killer main, right? Killer's really hard. This looks really bad. But I just kind of want to show these stats to open up a conversation about it. What do you guys think should be done about this? Do you think that is this caused by skill-based matchmaking, or was this caused by like boon totems, and we'll see like an updraft of more players? I personally think, I don't want to put my opinion in here because it's going to sway you guys, but like at first I thought the player base dip was mostly due to boon totems and skill-based matchmaking. Now that boon totems got fixed a little bit, I think it's only skill-based matchmaking now. And I don't think this is something that they can ignore anymore. I don't want to pressure BHVR on this stuff, but when it comes to a situation like this, I feel like something needs to be done about the just overall happiness of some people. I don't want to force you to do anything. I'm trying to be very influential, but I'm just trying to make it clear that something kind of needs to be done. Yeah, I love your game behavior, but yeah, I just want to point this out. If no one points it out, it's just going to keep continuing, and it's just something needs to be done. So yeah, it's a weird video, but I'm making it. I wonder, maybe I'm just overthinking, and maybe you guys have a different idea of what's happening, but yeah, I think something needs to be done about this.